This is video 10 of how to regulate your nervous system. So this video is where we're going to do step 1 of our self-compassion practice, which is where we develop our self-compassion gesture, okay? So again, this is a place where we're going to check in with our body and see how it feels when we do the various gestures, okay? So are you ready? I'm going to run through them with you now and you can follow along, all right? So you're familiar with this one, hands on the heart. How does that feel? That's a self-compassion gesture. You can do one hand. You can try a hand on the shoulder, across the chest. How's that feel? Okay, try the other side. How's that feel? Some people like the gestures like that. So you might notice, Vanessa, these gestures seem a lot like your containment strategies. Shocking, right? Okay, remember what I said in the fun section? It all kind of layers together, and psychology is a science, right? So the science points to similarities, right? And so when you start to see overlaps in different ways of healing, that's how you know you're on the right track. So when you're seeing that overlap, it's because the research is solid in the direction of nervous system regulation and self-compassion. Regulate your nervous system, yay! Okay, so sorry, distracting you. Okay, we're moving on. The next gesture, right? Hands on the face. How does that feel? 2 hands. I like this one. And I'm kind of like cuddling myself with my arms while I have my hands on my face. So you could do that one like just hands on the face, or you could squeeze it up like a hug. See how that feels? You can try it with one hand on your face, right? How's that feel? So you can do a hand on your forehead and a hand behind your neck. How does that feel? How does that feel? Okay, maybe you're gonna do, remember this one I've showed you before? I've got 2 fingers on each side of my ear, and then I'm just kind of cradling my head. Put my fingers where they feel comfy. Again, I can engage my whole body, or I can just do this, right? You're either just hands on the neck, around the ears, or you're cuddle it up. How does that feel? This one makes me feel supported. I like it. But you might feel like, wow, that one's a little too much, right? So checking in with yourself is important in this process. Some people like to do the self-compassion gesture with just like a hand holding, right? And then you can hold it underneath in your, right? See how that feels. There's also the talk about self-compassion being fierce and tender, right? So maybe if you need some fierce self-compassion, you can ball up one fist and then bring it with the tender self-compassion. See how that feels? On the heart. You can also try that one on the solar plexus, right? How does that feel? A little bit of fierce and tender self-compassion. So the other thing you can try is just hands on your thighs, right? And then you're just kind of hugging your thighs with your hands. How's that feel? Another one that you might try is just holding your forehead, right? See how that feels. So try out those self-compassion gestures, right? This is step 1 of developing the self-compassion practice, because what will happen is eventually the gesture becomes the cue for your nervous system to downregulate. And then in the next video, we're going to develop that self-compassion language. And then in the 3rd video, we're going to wrap it all together, okay? So it's like a dance, right? When we learn a dance, for those of you that are dancers, we break it down, we slow it down into chunks, right? And then we smack it all together. So I'm breaking it down for you right now. And in the next video, like I say, I'm going to break down and help you figure out what your self-compassion language is.